Hello and welcome to this instalment of Talking Trim. I'm Jonathan Skinner and today we are looking at the dashboard fascia and dash top panel Re-Trim kit for the Jaguar XK150 models. Now they did actually subtly vary between the different 150s. Strictly speaking, this is for the open two-seater Roadster, but the general concept of them is almost identical. So this can be a good guide for drop head coupes and fixed head coupes as well. It's really only the crash rolls here, left and right, so that actually change shape between the different models, but yeah, it's a very subtle change. So like I say, you can really use this as a guide for all the 150s. It's worth noting this is obviously for a right hand drive car. It matters because it's all related to obviously the cutaway there for where the glove box sits behind, but we have patterns for left hand drives. In fact, we do a lot more left hand drives than we do right hand drives, so bear that in mind. So this is sold as a kit. The only items that aren't included as standard in this kit are the molded latex foams there, which are used for the crash rolls. I've included them obviously in this video as they're very much relevant to the re-trimming process, but we do sell those separately, so just bear that in mind. The dash kit that we are looking at, the material element of it, is included as standard in our trim kit, so just bear that in mind, but the foams are sold separately as an optional extra, so just keep that in mind. Before I go too far into this, worth checking out the description below, as there'll be some information on not only this kit but also related items, included links to related videos. In fact, we have trimmed up a couple of these kits with the original hardware sent to us by customers, so be sure to check that out as it shows you the finished results and how well everything fits using our kits. There'll also be links to our website, our materials and colours library, which if you're starting off your restoration is a very useful resource as it shows all of our different shades. We offer the widest range of colours within the industry, including obviously the original factory spec colours as well as many bespoke colours, and it shows all the different materials and gives background to them all, so it's definitely worth checking that out. And be sure to check out our blog handbook area. This is constantly being updated with articles, useful articles and informative ones, just showing the processes and the technologies that we use to do things. We're very proud of the way we do things. We do things very differently. Our key concept always is quality and workmanship in the fitment of the parts, and that's what sets us apart within the industry. Well, we are known worldwide for it and have been for almost half a century now, so be sure to check that out because it is what sets us apart from the rest. Do not assume that other suppliers out there go to the levels that we go to with their kits. They do not, so just bear that in mind. Anyway, let's dive on into this kit. So this has been done in what we call dark blue. It's been done in grained leather. We can also offer a smooth leather as well. See our website for more details, and we can also offer Connolly vinyl, so just check that out. You'll notice obviously the centerpiece there is grey. That was original for the XK150s. That's the very center instrument panel. Just to reference it in a book, so you've got a bit more visualization. We're talking about all this kind of area here. So you've got the dash top crash rolls, you've got the center panel where the rear view mirror is, obviously the passenger side with the glove box lid, the center which is the grey there, and then obviously the driver's side here. So if I just put that into perspective, there we are, as you can see. In fact, for a right hand drive car that works very nicely for this illustration here. So you've got these bits here, which obviously these bits, the centerpiece there in grey, then the right hand piece there, dash tops and the centerpiece. So to go into a bit more detail, obviously like I say, right hand drive car. So for the right hand of the car here, you get this main piece here, which is trimmed to a wooden panel. Obviously then has the glove box opening cut into it on that particular one. You had a small glove box on the driver's side and a slightly larger one on the passenger side. You then had two little bits of leather here. The smaller one here kind of covers over, not sure we're going to be able to see it. Oh yeah, there we are. You see where those grooves are there? So it's where the steering column cuts up in, but obviously it's a detachable piece that gets put in after. So that small piece there is for re-trimming that element here. This big piece here is for the overdrive switch. Now the overdrives did change on the XK150s. The earlier cars, it was in the center of the dash on the piece that gets trimmed to there. On the underside of them, it switched to a little knob switch on the driver's side there, which protruded out, and that material there is for trimming round the kind of main element of that there, if you see that there. Both those things and other elements of this kit we skive down as standard in using our in-house leather skiving machine. We're one of the only companies in the world that has one of those in-house that offers restoration kits for these cars. So it thins it down, basically makes it a lot more pliable to small related pieces like that. You can see can you see? I've done a blog article on it anyway. Yeah, you can see the thickness there, difference. So what we do is we skive down any applicable pieces that we know are beneficial to making thinner and more pliable. So we do that as standard. Like I say, other companies will not go to that level. Then on the passenger side, you obviously had the main piece here where the glove box opening is. It gets this bit stitched around it and top stitched for some detail here. I'll try and reference that. Yeah, so you can kind of see the perimeter stitch goes around there. But then you have the two elements of the glove box lid. Obviously the leather there, again, skived down, is for the outside element. And then this is actually vinyl, which goes on the inside flap area here. Centerpiece, fairly self-explanatory. It's this grey piece here where all the dials are. It does actually get a piece of vinyl top stitch to it. That actually gets covered over by chrome work there. The reason we join that out on the top stitch is because some people do away with the chrome work, and the top stitching adds a nice element to that there. But obviously when you're trimming and you're putting the chrome in there, it just covers over the top of it, so it really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect anything either way on that. And then moving on to the crash roll elements here, obviously tapered round to the curve of the car. They're the bits that get these rubbers trimmed inside of them. They get piped, stripped out there to allow for easy pulling and trimming round during the fitment process there. So obviously that bit's actually piped, then we strip it out there, as you can see. So it enables a bit of an easier fitment. Then you get the piece in the middle there, which is this rear view mirror hook round piece there. And then finally you get this piece of piping here, which sits on the very top of the dash, just below the windscreen. You can just see it there protruding out. If you've got any better images, yeah, you can see it going all the way around the circumference, just there. And again, that is done in leather, skived down with the correct thickness rubber soft piping, and it's there. So that's that kit there. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up, but do check out the description below, and of course the links to other videos showing this kit trimmed up in the car, as that's always a very useful guide. Thanks for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe and share with other classic car enthusiasts, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.